I have prepared what I think is the best free hit team for game week 18. Hello guys, today I have a little bit of a different video for you. For the Sundays, sorry, I've always prepared either a best team or a wildcard guide, but for me, free hit team video is the best possible video that I can prepare for. It's not a good week to make a wildcard. The best team is just like the free hit team, but the best team is mostly to focus on the best fixture, guys. Basically, it's the same, but I'm labeling it a free hit team as Manchester City and Brentford are having blank weeks just because City are playing in the World Cup football. So yeah, I decided to make a free hit team. If I have to be honest, I don't think that's the best week to use the free hit, but some of you guys may need an advice on it and if you should do it. Basically depends on you, but I wouldn't do it if I were you. But either way, I prepared it for you. Maybe you use it as a best team. Maybe you take someone from here as your transfer inspiration. It's up to you. I'm starting in the goalkeeper's position. For me, the best goalkeeper right now for the fantasy is Alisson, and second place is Leno. Alisson is the best one just because Liverpool are very good defensively and they're generating a lot of clean sheets. He's making a lot of saves, but he is taking a Liverpool spot, so that's not ideal. And he costs way more money than Leno. Leno, even though they lost 3-0 today, got 2 points for saves, so that's terrifically good. 4.7. I believe that he is soon to rise to 4.8. Regardless of that, the budget for this team is way under 100 million, so you will be able to afford him. He's having an okay fixture in game week 18. You can rely on that, and after a loss against Newcastle, they will want to bounce back. For me, he is the best FPL option from the Fulham side, and they're doing pretty well. So for the game week 18, Leno is a very good shout out. The backup goalkeeper here is going to be Turner. He returned from, let's say it like a break when the Vlachodimos guy was the goalkeeper that was playing. But now at 3.9, Turner is looking like the best cheap goalkeeper. He's having a confliction against Bournemouth. I know Bournemouth are on the rise, but at home Nottingham are a little bit tough to beat, and they are a very good side locally. Other options such as Alisson, I don't believe he's an option because he's having Arsenal. Even though it's at home, it's Arsenal still. I don't like Onana as a keeper. Pickford is a great shout out, but he's playing against Spurs away, and Spurs has scored basically in any game this season so far, so it's a no-go. Maybe Emi Martinez is an option, but I have an Aston Villa defender in my defense, so I don't like to double up on that. Dubravka is an option, but I have a Newcastle defender, so yeah, Leno and Turner, maybe Neto is a shout out, but I believe Leno is just better, so I will be opting for Leno. Stay tuned up until the end. I'm here showing you the 15 players you should most probably select for that free hit team selection, but in the end I will be lining up the starting 11 and we'll see how the team is looking like. In defense, I'm opting for 2 attacking fullbacks, 2 center backs, and 1 backup. That it doesn't matter who you pick here. Let's start with attacking fullbacks. Pedro Porro and Trippier for me are 2 of the 3 best players in defense right now. The third is Trent, but Trent is having a fixture against against Arsenal, sorry. So it's pretty tough to choose him as an option. While um, Spurs play Everton at home, so Porro is a great option, at least in my opinion. He is on set pieces. He got 2 bonus points in a 2-0 victory when he wasn't involved in any of the goals, so that was good. He is getting assists. He is soon to be scoring a goal, I believe so. So yeah, Pedro Porro for your side looks like a bargain. Trippier got a rest because he was suspended for game week 17, but for game week 18 he will be back, and they have a fixture against Luton, so I believe that he will be back into the starting lineup and he will be tearing up their defense once again. I believe they're going to keep a clean sheet, even though Fabian Schär is now injured, and it will be a little bit tough to line up a defense. But Burn and Lascelles can make a defense. Maybe Livramento will be on the left and Trippier on the right, and they'll be back to their best. So I believe Trippier is getting a lot of points in game week 18. Now, focusing on the 2 center backs, I will be playing Pau Torres because he is the most nailed Villa defender and he is the guy that just transformed their defense. 4.7, they play Sheffield at home. I believe that they are going to destroy Sheffield. So having a defender from Villa is always a good option, especially at home and especially against a far weaker opposition than they were as a team. Cowell 4.6. Chelsea kept a clean sheet. I know it was against Sheffield, but they'll just build up on that result, at least in my opinion. They play Wolves away, so it's a little bit trickier because Wolves have been scoring basically against anyone. So this might be tricky, but as a first cover up on the bench, Cowell is ideal. 4.6, you cannot go any wrong with it. Other options here, City are not an option, Brentford are not an option because they're not playing. Arsenal are playing against Liverpool away from home, so it's not an option as well. I already own Spurs, Newcastle, and Villa. So yeah, I find it pretty hard to nail up a four defender better than Cowell right now. And for the fifth defender is Braithwaite. It's not because he has the most amazing fixture, but because they're solid defensively. They're good on the set pieces, and he's a big boy, so he can score from a set piece. He's 4.1. He's going to be your 15 player on the bench, and there is like zero chance he'll be playing. So here you can pick basically anyone. But I'm making a great shout out for Braithwaite, who for me deserves it. I know that we're lacking a Liverpool defender and they're doing pretty well, but Arsenal, they tend to score a lot of goals, so I don't believe Liverpool will be keeping a clean sheet. And I'm just favoring more the defenders here. Apart from Brentwaite, I believe the four other defenders will make a pretty good return for game week 18. So yeah, I believe that's the best defensive cover that you can have. You have Fulham, maybe Bournemouth is a shout out in goal, but I prefer Leno as already mentioned. Spurs and Newcastle, they tend to attack a lot, and Pau Torres for the clean sheet and maybe a cheeky bonus is here as well. So I believe that's a pretty solid defense. In midfield, I believe I have the best selection of players that you can get basically. Maybe there is a little bit of a but here, but let's now focus on the nailed players. I'll be nailing Salah, Saka, Son, and Gordon. For me, those four guys right now, with the fixtures they're having, with the form they're in, with the way that their teams are playing, with City not playing, I believe those four guys are going to be instrumental from their sides. Three of them are almost nailed as a penalty taker. Saka is a 50-51, but in some games he has given the ball to Odegaard, in others to Havertz. Sometimes he took them, so yeah, I'm believing in Saka to make a good return. Salah, for me, he is the best player in the Prem right now on form, so he remains in the side, especially with Haaland out of the squad. He is a strong contender as a captain option for that free hit team. The other great captain option is Son. I know he plays Everton at home, and Everton have improved massively in defense, but Spurs are way more attacking than the other teams that Everton faced are. So I believe Son is scoring at least a goal or making an assist, so that's why he is a great shout out for a captain option as well. And they will need his performance if they want to win the game once again. Gordon, he's doing perfectly fine. He's the first name on the team sheet, maybe next to Trippier. At least that's what I believe in. And for that price, you cannot go wrong. 6.2 is a great price for such a great attacking threat, and he provided an assist in the 3-0 victory against Fulham, so I believe he will continue doing so. And the final guy here is Richarlison. I know that's controversial, but he started coming into fruition. He scored 2 goals in game week 16. In game week 17, he scored a goal, so he's becoming way better than I was expecting him to be. 6.6, he has dropped massively in price since the start of the season, and he, in my opinion, is going to start scoring some goals. They are getting to know how he plays. He knows how the team is playing now under Andrew, sorry. So yeah, 6.6 is a great price. Here another shout out is Cole Palmer. He has Wolves away from home. I just prefer focusing on Spurs. Maybe that's a mistake. Maybe not, but a little bit of a differential pick here going for Charleston. Palmer is a very possible option, as already mentioned. Maybe Jared Bowen is an option, especially against United. Maybe you want someone like Diaby to be playing here, or the Ghost Lewis as well, just to attack the home fixture for Aston Villa. But for me, Richarlison, when he has a day and when Spurs are delivering the ball to him, he can be detrimental to their attack. That's why I'm picking him. Here, the two captain standouts are Salah and Son, as already mentioned. I will be considering them because I own them both in my real squad. So up until the end, I will be considering who's going to be my captain option, but that's for another video. Now let's go see how the forwards are looking and then finish up with the starting 11 for game week 18. In attack, I'm opting for two of the better strikers that are in the Prem right now, and the third guy here is a fewer. He's the 14th player on the squad, so it's not pretty important who he is. Basically, you can go for anyone who you like. But now let's focus on the starting forwards. It's going to be Watkins and Suwanke. Suwanke is right now the guy in form. He is scoring basically in every game. Bournemouth are on the rise. And an away fixture to Nottingham Forest seems like a good opportunity for them keep getting points. The game against Luton was postponed. I don't know how they're going to handle that, but when they play the game, I believe that they can score more and more goals. We have to see how they're going to manage that game. But for now, let's focus on game week 18, and Solanke makes a pretty good starting forward. On penalties, their talismanic player. For me, he is one of the better guys in the Prem right now. And the final guy here is Watkins. I don't think he needs an introduction. He's playing in the Villa side that just beat Arsenal and Manchester City. They're going to have a game on Sunday. I'm recording that on Saturday, so they haven't played yet against Brentford. But I believe here he can score once again, and at home against Sheffield for sure he will be scoring a lot of goals, at least in my opinion, because at home Villa are just destroying anyone. So yeah, Watkins makes up the forward line with Solanke. Now let's go and see the starting 11 and yeah, discuss how the lineup is going to into fruition. So here is the starting lineup. I'm opting for Leno against Burnley at home. Burnley are just a bad side. Leno is a good goalkeeper. I believe a clean sheet is coming his way. Forward Trippier and Pau makes the defensive. Two home fixture against struggling oppositions. Everton are on the rise, but they're at the bottom half. And Trippier against Luton, you cannot go wrong there. Salah, Saka, Son, Gordon, and Richarlison makes the midfield. Three home fixtures, away fixture to the worst side in the Premier, in my opinion, and an away fixture to Liverpool, where Arsenal will need to score at least one goal. So, yeah, a pretty good and solid midfield there. Watkins and Solanke wrap up the squad here in the fourth line. Sheffield at home and Nottingham Forest away. I believe this is a pretty solid squad. If you agree with me, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment down if you have anything to add about that squad. Who is going to be your captain? Are you using the free hit? Because I'm for sure not, because I have most of those players. I have Porro, Trippier, Salah, Saka, Son, and Watkins in my squad, and I have other options here as well that are pretty good for the upcoming week. So I will not using the free hit in my squad as I'm doing the No Haaland project. If you want to check it out, link will be go to my channel and just find the series. It's pretty interesting. I'm on the rise there and I hope to continue rising. But let's finish up the squad here. Cole will be the first on the bench, Archer second, and the third option and final one is going to be Brentwaite. But let's just not discuss it because it's not getting to Brentwaite. But yeah, the options for captain is Salah or Son or even Watkins maybe as a differential captain. But yeah, Salah is the most likely guy to be captained in that free hit team. As already mentioned, if you enjoy the content, guys, show your support by whatever means you find uh, appealing to you. But for now, guys, I'll be heading out. Bye.